Hanscomb, editor of Security Journal Americas. I'm here at GSX 2024 in Orlando, Florida, and I'm speaking with Dr. Boghos Boghossian, CTO and Global Sales Director of Ipsotek and Evident Business. So, Dr. B, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you, and very happy to be here at GSX and to see people in person. So if you could tell me a little bit about how the show has been for you and what you've experienced here, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely. So first time in GSX, which is great. More quality than quantity compared to other shows we've been in the US. A couple of days were amazing. Today there's a hurricane coming, I think, so first time for that as well. So hoping to fly out before airports are shut. But it's been a very good show. It's condensed. I could see a lot of different technologies around us, which are very interesting. A lot of cutting edge AI is there, of course. A lot of robotics. Dogs are running around as well, which is interesting. From a customer perspective, we've seen very interesting set of clients that came in who are ready to buy and interested to have a conversation about specific needs, which is always good for us because we're a very wide portfolio and it's very difficult to speak to a client who's just exploring. It's better if they come to you and they know exactly what they want and then they can explore the rest of the portfolio. So, get in, put the foot in the door and then expand. It's been very good quality, but always good to also catch up with the colleagues here. So we've seen a lot of people from Canada, from Latin America, but also some Brits over here as well. Some colleagues from Australia were in as well. Give them a plug.
Of course. So I hear that you have brought GenAI into your computer vision platform. So it'd be great if you could tell me a bit about the capabilities that will bring to your customers.
Sure. So if we take slightly step back, AI has been great. It's now almost 6 years we're already using AI. It was a big step change. I remember my FD when he first saw it, he said we're doing now what we promised to do 20 years ago. I said, yeah, absolutely. And it's night and day difference on what our computer vision was able to do. So not only performance, quality, accuracy, but also the new use cases that are brought in that were not possible. So we had a lot more clients' confidence in the technology in general, not us, but in the market.
Yeah.
Now, GenAI is yet another big step forward. So the way it goes around solving problems, it's a bit more like what we do as humans. And this is where it brought a new dimension altogether. So, it's not about let's teach it a lot of things that it can do and it, take months of data labeling, etc. And then you go into a project. It's more about there and then. You could have natural language, you could speak to it, you can ask it what you want to detect, but also search. And in some cases also it has conceptual understanding of what's happening in the scene. It'll tell you, hold on, there's something wrong here. So without even asking it anything. So it is a big step forward. It's started to think a bit more like us. Yeah. Scary, but also exciting.
Absolutely. So what sort of users or markets can benefit most from this technology?
So going to market, usually with AI, we have our own pre-trained AI models and they're very powerful, but there's always a new class that the customer asks for and say, hey, great, we can do it, but it'll take us anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks to get back to you on that. With GenAI, you could just simply use natural language and say, please detect those objects, and there you go. And it's a configuration on the spot, immediate answer, rather than spending 4 to 6 weeks doing specific training. That's one area. And benefits of that could be complementing what we do today, where we have the portfolio where, for example, if we're in an airport, we're detecting all sorts of behaviors and so on, and there's a specific need to detect a specific type of trolley or a trolley. And if that's not something we do already, then GenAI jumps in and says, yeah, I could do that, and then just tell me you want to detect trolleys. There you go, they're there. So that's one simple example of many other use cases where you could see it becomes very interesting. And also, it understands behaviors. So you could say, a person holding a camera taking a photo. So it will pick that up rather than another 100 people who are not taking a photo using a camera. So it's very specific sometimes when you detail what you're actually looking for as well. So you could see, and I would say it's a great thing to have a wide portfolio, but at the same time it's a curse because trying to focus on a specific capability and be able to go through the sales process. And here GenAI comes up and says, well, we can do everything now. So it's becoming more interesting, but even more difficult to sort of go through the sales process and so on. So.
Yeah, definitely. So why is collaboration important to innovation?
Well, we are a technology company focusing on software and AI, but of course the enabler there is the underlying technology, which is GPUs and hardware. So early in the day of adopting AI, we did our market research and opted to go with the NVIDIA chipset. And I can say clearly that was the right decision now. NVIDIA is one of the leading companies in the world, and the assistance they gave us and the collaboration spirit that we had from day one until today, and in fact they're also helping sponsoring our stand here in GSX, has been amazing. But also we have very tight integration with them on a technical level, so our R&Ds are in constant conversations with them, and we're always, to your point earlier, we could see around the corner what's happening there as well, so that we can bring some of those technologies to market, earlier adopters of some of the capabilities they bring in. The last thing to say is to route to market as well. So this partnership also took us to clients that you can see the NVIDIA and Ipsotek logo together, and then give us the accreditation that we need to be operating on an enterprise level, where our partnerships, NVIDIA is of course one important one, but also other similar partners around the world have given us that endorsement to take us to those heights.
Fantastic. So what is next in the pipeline for Ipsotek?
So we're always looking for what's around the corner from the technology perspective. We have a team, we call them the Blue Sky team, a bit like our shirt. They are focused on what is going to be in the next 6 months or the next year. So I'll be telling if I really tell you what's going on, but it's an exciting team that we lock them in, we don't let them out until they come up with some interesting capabilities for us. And definitely more interesting uses of GenAI that are coming around the corner. One flavor of it is 100% automated deployment of the technology, because that's always been a challenge in computer vision, and especially now the larger the deployments are becoming, and they are. I remember when we first started the company, we used to get excited about 10-channel system, or 10-camera system that we sold. Now we're talking about thousands. Okay, we have projects that are 8,000 plus streams being analyzed. We did that for the World Cup, by the way, 2 years ago. So imagine configuring 8,000 streams, and this is why we want 100% automation, where GenAI knows what's wrong and will tell you. Or even when you are deploying specific needs, you can use GenAI and other AI capabilities to understand, this is a motorway, I know what rules I need to run. A person shouldn't be on the road unless there's an accident, and so on and so forth. So these can be fully automated, and then it becomes easier for our clients to roll out, easier for our operations team to maintain, and the technology will expand and sell in volume. So that's the direction we're going.
Fantastic. So where will you be taking this next?
Well, Ryan keeps a very short leash on me, so I'll be back in the UK for a day and then off to Saudi Arabia. We have Intersect Saudi then, and very excited to be on a partner stand there. And Saudi is very close to my heart. I've been looking after it since 2010, so looking forward to going back and seeing my colleagues. But also, it's a market that's expanding very fast. The government there the royal family has invested big time into infrastructure, into all sorts of projects that we're involved in, and we're looking forward to supporting them further and going to the next layer.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It's lovely to speak with you.
Very nice to meet you.